name is Mr. Bottle, Mr. MT Bottle. I'm an health and safety officer. Do you like the gear?
Yes.
I was going to do that tonight in a straitjacket, but I managed to wriggle out of it. Quick magic trick. Spoke to my boy this morning. I said, boy, what do you want to be when you grow up? He said, Father, I want to be a magician. I said, son, you can't be both. In my duties as a trading standards officer, I went to Wales last week. When I got to Wales, I had to go to a butcher's. The butcher's was selling a local delicacy called dragon pies. I said, under the Trades Description Act, you can't sell that, it's illegal. And the butcher said, well, what about fish fingers? Then he said, what about cod pieces? And he said, how do you feel about frozen faggots? I was reading a magazine yesterday in an article about testicular cancer. I thought I got to the age I better check myself out. I put my hand down the front of my trousers and I squeezed my right testicle, twiddled it a bit. Went to my left testicle, twiddled it a bit. After about 10 minutes, I thought to myself, I should really buy this magazine. Read an article in the press last week. It said the prison population is ballooning. I thought, my word, as a world gone mad. We spend all that money and they go out ballooning. That's completely wrong. Picture the scene. It's the Crusaders. Richard the Lion Artist just returned to these shores with his trusted knight and assistant. They land at Dover. They go to the nearest hotel looking for a room. They knock on the door. But not. The door opens. The lady comes to the door and she said, hello, how can I help you? The assistant said, have you got a room for 2 nights? Went to visit a friend of mine yesterday in Nottingham. He lives next to where Howell Shipman used to live, the notorious Dr. Killer. Apparently he was the worst serial killer this country has ever produced. But surely at 218 murders, he's one of our best. Whilst he was on remand, he took his own life, which brings me on to my Gareth Gates joke. What has Gareth Gates and Harold Shipman both got in common? Neither of them can finish a sentence. Read an article the other day in Reader's Digest. Apparently they spent 20 years looking for the gene responsible for shyness. It's taken them so long because it was hiding behind another gene. I got a call yesterday from Cambridge University. Apparently Stephen Hawking, the great cosmologist, is very ill. As you know, he runs by a computer and all wires and leads. They said to me, can you help us out? Do you know what's wrong with him? I said no, but have you tried turning him off and on again? I've got a obesity joke. Do you think that inside every fat person there's a thin person trying to get out? I'll say that again. Do you think that inside every fat person there's a thin person trying to get out? A friend of mine told me off yesterday for swearing. She said, hey, watch your language. I said English. Quick biblical joke. What does the story of Jonah and the whale teach us? Answer, you can't keep a good man down. Last Christmas, just before Christmas, I got a call from Jehovah's Witnesses. I said, thank you very much, but I'm not interested. They said, can we give you an advent calendar? I said, yes, that'd be fantastic. Thank you very much. And I took it and I put it on the wall. Every day I opened the little windows, really excited. When I got to Christmas Day, it was like a double door. And I opened the double door, and behind it was 3 Jehovah's Witnesses. Imagine if the devil was real, what was his New Year's resolution be? More wars, more dissension, get everybody to start buying the following year's Christmas presents early. Latest news that the Isle of Dogger Bank has collapsed. They've just called in the retrievers. So I was in home base earlier today, and a man in orange dungarees came up to me and says, do you want decking? So I got in early and punched him. In winter I use my B&Q discount card to get ice off the window screen. Problem is, it only gets 10% off. I bought a puppy the other day from a blacksmith. Only had it home for 5 minutes and he made a bolt for the door. I went to see a child psychologist last week. He wasn't very good, he was only 7. I was in a bar in Soho last night. I sat on a chair in front of the bar and it was crowded. Somebody came up behind me and said, excuse me, do you mind if I push your stool in a bit? I heard on the news there's a civil war in Madagascar. Well, I've seen the movie 6 times, I assure you there isn't. Do you remember that 70s singer, Lou Rawls? I was thinking, what a shit name that is. But what about Roger Moore? I mean, that's disgusting. I was watching Stars in the Rise last night, and the contestant said, and tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Glenn Miller. And he went up into the clouds, and he was never seen again. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a wonderful audience.
Very good. Oh, that was brilliant. Another round of applause for Geoff.